Imagine a child born into a storm he did not create. Imagine walking through a crowd where every pair of eyes is a weapon, every whisper is a judgment, and every door is locked from the inside. This is not just a story of a boy in a distant land. This is the reality of the human condition. We are often born into circumstances we didn't choose, carrying burdens we didn't ask for, and fighting wars we didn't start. But here's the first lesson of the SoulClash. You are not what the world says you are. You are what you do when the world refuses to look at you. For years, this boy sought attention through chaos. He painted the town in bright colors, making noise just to prove he existed. He wanted the world to acknowledge his presence, but the world only saw the monster inside him. Stoicism teaches us that the greatest prison is the need for external validation. When you live for the approval of others, you give them the keys to your happiness. You become a slave to their whims. The boy's journey began the moment he stopped trying to make them like him and started trying to make himself someone worth respecting. He shifted his focus from the noise of the crowd to the silence of the training field. Inside every one of us, there is a monster. There is a dark energy, a trauma, or a rage that threatens to consume us. Most people spend their lives trying to suppress it, or worse, they become it. But the Stoic path is different. You don't kill the beast. You cage it, you tame it, and you harness its power. The boy carried a demon in his blood, a source of infinite destruction that could have easily turned him into a villain. But he realized that the obstacle is not in the way. The obstacle is the way. He used the very thing that made him an outcast as the fuel for his ascension. He transformed his curse into his greatest weapon. There will come a time in your life when you lose your mentors, when the giants whose shoulders you stood upon fall to the earth, when the people you love become memories. In those moments, the world will feel cold and empty. You will want to succumb to the grief, to let the fire of your ambition die out. But remember the inner citadel. Stoicism tells us that there is a place inside you that no storm can reach, no loss can break, and no enemy can invade. This boy watched his masters perish and his friends turn into shadows, yet he remained. He didn't stay strong because he was heartless. He stayed strong because he understood that his duty to the living outweighed his sorrow for the dead. Ambition is a dangerous thing if it is fueled by ego. He wanted to lead, not so he could look down on others, but so he could protect them. He realized that to be a leader of men, you must first be a master of yourself. You cannot provide shade if you are not a sturdy tree. He endured the long nights of hunger, the thousands of hours of repetitive failure, and the physical agony that would have broken 1,000 men. Why? Because he had a why that was bigger than his how. He understood that the pain of discipline is nothing compared to the shame of quitting. You might feel like an outcast today. You might feel like the world has already written you off. Good. Use that. There is a terrifying power in the man who has nothing left to lose and everything to prove. When you are at the bottom, there is no more room for pretense. There is only the work. There is only the long, slow climb. The people who ignored you will one day ask how you did it, and you won't have to say a word. Your presence will be their answer. Your character will be their judgment. The war you are fighting is not against the people who doubt you. It is against the voice in your head that agrees with them. Every time you choose to train when you are tired, to study when you are bored, and to stay kind when the world is cruel, you are winning the SoulClash. You are building a legacy that doesn't rely on a name, but on a set of unbreakable principles. You are proving that a soul forged in the fires of rejection is the strongest substance in existence. The time for talking has passed. The shadows are lengthening, and the world is waiting to see what you are made of. Stop looking for a shortcut. Stop asking for a savior. Look within. Harness the monster. Build the citadel. Become the leader you were meant to be, even if you have to start alone. Especially if you have to start alone. Don't just survive the storm, become the storm. Welcome to SoulClash. Let the journey continue.